Antonio Brown after the receiver sent threatening text messages to one of his accusers. Brown's time with the Patriots lasted just over 1 week. He played in only one game. After being released, AB tweeted that he will not play in the NFL anymore and called out the league for not getting his guaranteed money. AB has reportedly filed a grievance against the Patriots as well. Shannon, I start with you. How surprised are you that New England cut ties with AB?
You know, Skip, at first, a part of me wanted to just woke up yesterday morning and I'm trending, and I don't know why. And I look, and AB had tweeted something. And my first indication, I was preparing for the Emmys, and I said, you know what? I should just go haywire and do what he did. But I said, no. I've always tried, when I got into analyze and critique players, Skip, I've never tried to make it personal, because it's never personal with me. I'm asked to do a job, and I try to do the job the best I possibly can and keep personal feelings out of it. I don't like or dislike anybody. I try to give people my honest opinion on a certain situation, and some things I'm more versed on than others. But to get back to Jenny's original point, I'm shocked, because for them to cut him, they had to have had the same information that you and I had when we opened our show on Friday.
Yeah.
Skip, the information came out Thursday night, so it's hard for me to believe that Robert, the author, sent the information to you and I, and the Patriots did not have this information. Because what did I tell you about the Patriots? When you practice, they expect you to...
The information that he sent a threatening text to the second accuser.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. On Thursday night. This information broke Thursday night.
Sure.
He practiced Friday morning.
He did?
The Patriots had to have had that information. And I've said this in weeks past. If you practice, the Patriots expect you to play, and not only play well. So what transpired between the time that they had the same information you and I have, practice, and an hour or two afterwards?
Yep.
It's reported that Mr. Kraft got wind of what this second text, the text that he had sent to the second lady that alleges that he had inappropriate behavior with her.
Yeah.
And he was furious. I'm thinking Coach Belichick was going to be okay with that. Now, let me tell you what Coach Belichick wasn't going to be able with.
Yep.
Skip it, and you and I was talking off camera. I said Coach Belichick just walked out of an interview.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was going to be hard for me to see a scenario that every single week it was going to be AB, 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 AB. Coach Belichick really does not even answering questions that's football related.
That is true.
And he is a football coach.
Yep.
He's like, you ask him a question, it's like, why are you asking me this? You know, Coach, you are a football coach. You do coach the Patriots. You are playing such team. And so we're trying to get information. So to ask AB, 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 he walks out. It was getting harder and harder for him to deal, because you know what? He likes to minimize distraction. Not only minimize them, he doesn't like distraction.
I don't like that.
So what it appears to me what happened, when Mr. Kraft was at a meeting, he flew back. He got wind of this information that had just taken place Thursday night. He says, I'm done. I'm out. I was because they can say, this is the way the Patriots do it, Skip. You misbehaved over there. You didn't do that here. Oh, you said that over there. You didn't say that here. Well, you got in trouble in Y, but you didn't do that at Z. Those text messages came on the Patriots' watch, and that was a bridge too far for them.
Yep.
That's what, and people are like, well, and that was my only thing, Skip. You know what? For me, I just couldn't understand AB's behavior in Pittsburgh at the end. Okay, now you get what you want. You go to Oakland, and you bring the very behavior with you. $30 million, Skip, and then he releases the video, I'm free, I'm free.
Yep.
Teams looking at that, the Patriots set all that aside. Well, he did that with Oakland. He would never do that with us. He gets released, Skip.
Yep.
And what does he do? He sends a text. Thank you for the opportunity. Go win the chip. Good luck along the way. And then, all of a sudden, the real Antonio Brown surfaces.
Correct.
And here he goes. Mr. Kraft, Big Ben, myself, everybody else. No personal accountability. It's everybody. It's Ben's fault. It's my fault. It's Mr. Kraft's fault that he finds himself in this situation again. AB, at some point in time, bro, you're going to have to do a hard soul searching.
Yep.
You're going to have to get in the mirror and look at yourself. These wounds that you see are self-inflicted.
They are.
That's it.
I'm so glad you took the high road, because Antonio keeps taking the low road.
Yeah.
And that low road's going to lead him right out of the National Football League for good. And I know he threatened to quit yesterday, and I don't believe
That's emotion talking.
Yeah, I agree. But I was shocked this happened right after our show, a couple hours after our show on Friday. Because in the end, even the New England Patriots finally had no other choice. Even those guys, even Robert Kraft and Belichick, who kept sticking with him through all that had already happened.
Yes.
The same Kraft and Belichick who played him at Miami the Sunday before.
Right.
They played him. And not only did they play him, he inserted him on the second offensive play of the game. And Tom Brady immediately force-fed the ball to Antonio Brown.
You and I both believe they went out of their way to get him the ball.
They did, because if you go back and look at those plays, others were open. But you know, Tom, he's masterful, man. He just wanted to get him the ball, because I still believe that he and Bill Belichick wanted to basically shoot their middle finger at the NFL world and say, see, watch what we can do with this guy.
Correct.
That you all have shunned. And yet, in the end, I can't applaud the Patriots, because they finally did the right thing.
Right.
Because there wasn't anything else to do, right?
Right.
After Robert Kraft's, he sent a threatening text to a potential witness, as you say, right?
After we had...
It's just so low.
Skip, and you...
It's so ugly. It's just evil.
And it's hard for me to believe that they told him, that they didn't tell him, zero tolerance.
Oh, they had to have.
Zero. That means nothing.
So think about what they did. They went right out and grabbed him when it looked like he was playing his way out, or acting his way out of Oakland.
Correct.
And what happened immediately? He posted on IG. I just want to see this one more time, if we have it, please. The first big post about his new world with the Patriots. Look at this. He's sitting on a pile of cash, a caricature of him, and the caption is "The Patriot Way." Well, if I'm Belichick and I see that, who would he put up with doing that except for that guy for a little while, right?
Yep.
Because we both agree he is all-time gifted.
Yes, no question about it.
We saw it at Miami.
Yes.
The 3 balls that he caught, right? There is no doubt about that. But he has also gone completely over the edge into entitlement, into this brazen, I am above the rules, above the law, I can get away with whatever I want to get away with.
You remember he said it when he got released by Pittsburgh. He said, everybody from moving forward, they're going to have to play by my rules.
Yep.
Dude, do you understand they were never going to play by your rules?
No.
It's always going to be under their terms, or you're not going to be here.
And I want to make it clear one more time. We are not talking about the accusation in the civil suit, because I have no idea who's right about that one. It's he said, she said.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just talking about the pattern of bad behavior that dates back for 1 year that you can look at.
Skip, here's a guy. If he just behaves for another week, he gets $30 million guaranteed for the Raiders. He couldn't do that. So they voice that contract, they release him. He gets picked up in 24 hours. Skip, if he behaved for another 48 hours, he was supposed to get $5 million today. So if you be good for another 48 hours, you're straight. And he couldn't do that. And people are like, well, what's going on? I said, and I always skip this, the one thing I always say with Shannon, you know, guys ask me, Shannon, what advice would you give? Or parents ask, what would you? I said, have your son surround himself with people that tell him what he needs to know, not what he wants to hear.
Well, I think everybody around Antonio is saying what he needs to hear.
And AB, see, they try to, Skip, what friend, what logical friend would tell you, bro, you did right by not showing up to work. You making $12 million, you making $15 million. Yeah, bro, you good. I wouldn't go to work either. What friend, what legitimate friend would tell you, man, you go to what you need walk through for AB, you straight. You know the offense. What friend? But see, Skip, when AB pays for everything, I tell AB something he doesn't want to hear, guess what? But in the process, what they don't realize, okay, the gravy train. If AB messes up the gravy train, you're not going to get any money anyway, even if you're telling him what he wants to hear. So now who's paying what?
Oh, man.
Abe, I cannot believe in Skip to think, Skip, I hear people like, oh, AB had this, and I told you, Skip, I said, AB's not that smart. AB didn't have this thing concocted. AB was, for the very first time, the Raiders were going to hold him accountable for his action. You are not going to miss practice on our watch. You are not going to miss walkthroughs on our watch. And when that happened, he bucked. Because, see, here's the thing, though, Skip Bayless. You see what this does? The NFL looks at this and say, see, this is why we don't give y'all guaranteed money. AB doesn't get that. Skip, and I've said this before, and not all, but we're one of the very few race of people that when something bad happens in our community, everybody gets lumped in. Now, every black player that plays in the NFL gets lumped in with AB. See? Give him that guaranteed money. That's how they go act. Because, see, when AB thought he had that guaranteed money, Skip, you see how he acted? You see what he did?
Yep.
Now, he was on his best behavior until he got what he thought guaranteed money. And then he started pulling his pants down and showing you his butt. But guess what they did? They picked him back up and they kicked him in his butt. Said, get on up out of here. Now, he's radioactive right now, Skip. It's going to be hard pressed. Now, the NFL sent a very stern warning. We're still investigating this. And basically, they say you signed him at your peril.
To still wind up on the exempt list, which would be a paid list, but still exempt. And they're still not sure about whether they're going to punish him. So that hangs over him.
Yes.
And
I don't believe he plays this year.
I don't either.
He can say he's done with the NFL all he wants to. But I do not believe that there's going to be a team that touches him because he's radioactive. He's bad for business right now.
I think he's toxic.
Yes.
I think he has shown you that because of the power of his social media, he will retaliate against you. And he has basically sent signal after signal to any team that wants to sign him, be careful, be careful, be careful.
Yeah.
Because
you've seen it in 3 occasions. He did it to the Steelers, he did it to Oakland, he did it to New England.
Using Facebook Live